My shirt.
Giants! We're live, baby. We're live. Talking New York football Giants today on We Stomped You Out, presented by PopCulturePros.com. I am Steve, as always. I got Keith over here. What's up, man? How's it going?
What's going on, fellas?
We're coming off a victory, so maybe a little bit more positive, but not as positive as you would think for a
Talk a
victory.
little about. Oh, look!
We'll get to
What a
that.
face to freeze on.
Yes, that was a
What
great
face
face to freeze on. Rodriguez, write it down there. What's up, my friend? How's it going? How's it hanging?
Happy as a pig. And you know what?
Poo
We
poo.
got to win. We finally got to win. And a win.
Roch, you look
I
like a
didn't-
Saturday morning
I didn't
Korean.
expect.
What happened? Keith, are you lagging or something?
No, am I? No, to me it looks like.
Oh, I was lagging? Oh. Saturday morning, okay, I got what you said. Okay.
Saturday morning kung fu dubs.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. All right.
insulted my honor.
Now that we got that goodness and you got that weird thing that I just did out of the way, let's talk some football Giants here. Timmy's on the way. Don't think that for a minute that the streak of Timmy has come to an end on one of his own shows that he's a co-host on. So he'll be along in a few minutes. But let's start talking, and then we'll fold Timmy in.
I upped my whiskey game.
Holy crap. That's to prepare yourself for Monday Night Football. That's
Right.
That's what we'll say anyway. So I'm wearing a Ghostbusters shirt in honor of Sam Darnold seeing ghosts in his return to the Meadowlands last week. 25-3. I posed the question on the NFL show last week to Tim and Dave. Do you see, which they're both Giants fans, do you see any way that the Giants could actually blow out the Panthers? I just put it out there, and blow them out we did. Keith, did you any takeaways? I'll start it off by saying Daniel Jones had no weapons, and he had just a fine game. He had a nice game with no weapons. But what are your takeaways from the game on Sunday?
A lot of
Against the
positive
Panthers.
and not so positive. I mean, Odell Tyree was amazing.
Hi.
Otherwise known as Daniel Jones. And that's the biggest positive for me, really, because, yeah, we won. We had a lot of good things going on, but I don't think this team's going anywhere. And to me, a win drops us in the draft order. I'm not mad at a win, but it's like a lose-lose situation in a way.
That's what we got the Bears for. Yeah, we have the
Right.
Bears pick, and they just keep on losing. So
The Jets and the Dolphins and the Lions. But yeah,
Oh my.
Daniel Jones this year, if anybody doubts him, with the lack of weapons he has and what he's pulling off, you're not watching the game, or I don't know what you're doing. You're just wrong. That's pretty much the end of that. So that's my biggest positive.
it's the people that are dead set against Daniel Jones, and he's horrible, and get rid of him.
But he's
and
not. I mean, the kid's a
nothing
great
nothing
athlete.
can be positive. This year has been a nice season for him so far, with the exception of a game and a half that he got
Right.
kind of rocked.
But with a defense that can't keep him off the field long enough and not enough weapons on the offense and nobody to protect him, I hope we do something quick before he gets killed, because I want to see this kid prosper and see what he becomes down the line. But yeah, so my big positive was Daniel Jones, or as I call him, Odell Tyree.
Just amazing. It makes that great catch. And does that make up for the trip? I mean, come on, guys. Come on, everybody out there. Cut the man some slack. Running out of gas. Good, running 80 yards. Come on.
But on that trip, he still fell more gracefully than Eli Manning threw himself down on purpose.
And he nearly got back up and scored.
I love Eli, but come on.
But we did score on that drive. Mr. Rodriguez, the offense for the Panthers, well, I'm not going to say it's a world-beating offense. It's not the Chiefs or not the Titans or anything like that, but they've had solid offensive production so far this year. McCaffrey's out. That's fine. You bring in another guy, but the production has still been there. I take it as somewhat of a success holding that team to just any team to just 3 points. That's tough in the NFL.
Well, that's what it is. That's
Yeah.
that's your statement right there. You hold a team to 3 points in the NFL. You've made a statement with your defense. However, the I was gonna call them the Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets, but to be honest, the Panthers played down to the Giants level so that the Giants could win. What's their record? 3-4 now. Panthers.
Yes.
They're 3-4 teams, so they are what their record is. They're going to be good sometimes. They're going to be bad most of the other times. Darnold was good the first half of the year. Now he's gotten on a bad streak. Okay, Daniel Jones. I'll call him Daniel because he deserves a more mature name. The kid is. Everybody's saying he has no weapons. He is the weapon. Daniel Jones is the weapon. I mean, he beat them last week. That catch. Keith changed his name. It's a very apropos name because it was a fantastic catch. So he deserves that name. That catch just shows you what kind of athlete, what kind of player you have at shortstop. I'm thinking baseball at quarterback. I'm still trying to defend Lindor.
Daniel Jones is Puerto Rican now and he plays on the Mets.
Let's stop.
Nice. And hair. Yeah.
Dude, I'll take him. It don't matter. But no, honestly, the kid is really good. There should be no doubt. Anybody who says Daniel Jones is not ready for the NFL is wrong. He is 2 draft picks and a healthy Saquon Barkley away from being a 9-win to 10-win team and a good defense from being a perennial 12 and 13 game winning team. Because that's what they need. A good offense. Let's be more realistic. A good defensive and offensive line from being an upper echelon team. So we're not that far off, and we just need a little bit more time. Hopefully, with the same management style, same team, same coaches, and just build it because we have some decent players. Believe it or not, at the end of the day, if you look at some stats. And without the injuries, the players would be decent players, enough to be at least 500.
Agreed on all that, and this, I mean, even in this season, you're just a couple of plays away from being, from being 4-3. This team just you had that Falcons game, and then what was the other game that was the Redskins where the refs apologized afterwards for screwing the call. So I'm not one of those guys that'll say, oh, well, should have been whatever. It is what it is. They lost those 2 games. They've got 2 victories. And you're right, Keith. The rest of the division can probably be eliminated from playoff contention now, not mathematically, but you look at the Cowboys, how they've gotten off to that start, and then their schedule going forward. There's not a lot of losses on that schedule, and that's based off of how crappy they were last year because they had all those injuries, and now all these guys are coming back. Diggs for that defense, that guy's insane. So that's kind of what worries me. I think the Cowboys going to run away with this division pretty easily too. Washington's they came into the season. Oh, this great defense. They're giving up like 32 points a game.
Bad.
Yeah, and a lot of those players on Dallas are the players we should have drafted on defense, and we let slide to them. But anyway.
Yeah. In injury report, this week, obviously they have an extra day, so there'll be a Friday practice and a Saturday practice / walkthrough. They seem to be pretty optimistic that Saquon gets back onto the practice field at least tomorrow. I probably wouldn't start him, and they might not start him, but they did start Daniel Jones. They started Daniel Jones against the Rams, coming off when he couldn't walk off the field, and he got punished that day. Galladay,
he looked bad that game. Sorry, just
off. No, I mean, what would you expect? Scary. And then they kept him in the entire game.
Yeah,
we talked about that.
If Joe Judge believes his job is on the line, Saquon is starting. Okay, if he gets wind that he's going to get fired, he's starting that kid. He doesn't care because he needs that. He wants to keep that job.
At that point, it's what he got to lose, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Except Saquon's career.
Right.
Just
Right,
his career.
exactly.
That's all. And money and
Uh,
wins.
back
Fame.
to the some of the injuries that we continue to talk about each and every week. Saquon, like I said, Lorenzo Carter has an ankle situation. Galladay still dealing with the knee issue. Evan Ingram, Mr. Fragility himself, has a calf issue. He did practice today. Sterling Shepard, hamstring. Practice? What's practice? Let's talk about practice. Shepard
How
did
does he?
practice,
How does he have a
and so did
calf
Caden
issue?
Smith.
He's a receiver. All he does is supposed to run. His legs are supposed to be in shape. How is he having a calf issue?
Well, it kind of puts a damper on any potential trade that we would have made.
Just
You know,
cut
You know
him.
how
Just cut
poor
him.
hydration. He gets a cramp. He runs and tears his muscle. I guarantee you, something stupid like that.
Well, exactly the reason why he needs to get cut, which is why I'm asking, how does he have a calf issue? He
Yeah.
shouldn't have one.
get a 5th-round pick for him, which is super
Jesus Christ.
upsetting.
Bring back Jeremy Shockey. Tell him to stop drinking beer. Throw him in the middle. He'll catch. He'll catch more. He'll catch him. At least. Good Lord.
Maybe, yeah.
Mark Bavaro.
Really, bring back Mark Bavaro. Warner Wolf in a tight end.
He'll use his cane. Warner Wolf is dead, dude.
That's true.
Mhm. I know.
Can we bring him back just to play tight end?
Don't speak ill of the dead.
Don't speak. I'm saying that he's an improvement over Evan Ingram.
He's still speaking over.
It was a positive, yeah. So trade deadline is on Tuesday. This the second is Tuesday. Had a couple of minor moves. Joe Flacco goes back to the Jets. The Jets turned to Joe Flacco after the Zach Wilson got hurt last week, and that just and shout out to Terzio. Timmy reminded me to shout out Terzio just now when I see him entering. Terzio predicted that the Patriots were going to put up 54 points against the Jets, and he did, and they did.
I would like to
get
be
his
a
picks.
fly on the wall when Flacco found out he's on the Jets.
Yeah, but Timmy, we're talking about
Did he
trades.
throw a fit?
He's a
Did he break
starter.
something?
He's a starter. He'd be happy.
Well, they're actually going to start that other kid.
I would rather play backup on any team. The Jets have to be one of the most dreaded teams for a player to be traded to.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But I'd still rather be a starter on a shitty team than a backup on a good one.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You get a payday at least,
Mm-hmm.
One other, obviously, we got to mention Jabril Peppers going out with a torn ACL. And it's just like, what the heck is going on here with all these injuries? Timmy, we went round robin here, but I got to get you to have your say on the Panthers game. We kind of talked about how it's very impressive to hold any team to 3 points, and Daniel Jones had a very serviceable game with no weapons.
Exactly.
That's what we've kind of covered.
Yeah, and this is why I'm done arguing with people over whether he's a franchise quarterback or not. The guy's a quarterback. He's tough. He hung in there. He had no weapons, like you said. Enough for the conversation. The guys fought all year. He reminds me of Eli. He really does. He gets hit, he gets up. He gets hit, he gets up. The guy makes a 16-yard catch. 16-yard catch, one-handed catch, for Christ's sake. Leave the guy alone already. I'm tired. And I'm talking about the Giants fans to leave him alone. Let alone everybody else. So
and obviously we'll get into the whole Monday night thing. We don't fare well on primetime games, and it's against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are probably pissed off that they lost as poorly as they did. They were held to 3 points in just the Titans back-to-back weeks of beating Buffalo and then beating the Chiefs. So that's the uphill battle. We're also talking about how they're thinking that Saquon's going to return to practice tomorrow. What are your thoughts on that? You think that's a good idea? Rodriguez brought up that if Joe Judge is kind of like backed into a corner where he's worried about his job, it's what have we got to lose? Everybody's out there. He's gonna start running people out there. What do you think?
Well, that's a no-win situation then, because what if he does get hurt again? What if he's not fully healed and he hurts it even worse? Or what if he goes out there and runs for 150 yards? We don't know. We don't know. Well, he's not going to run for 150 yards, not with that offensive line. But I mean,
It's the Chiefs, though.
It's a no. That's true. I forgot about that. Daniel Jones might have 100 this week.
I mean,
Yeah.
basically, it's the doctor's call, right? If the doctor says he's okay, then it's the coach's call.
Yeah.
So, problem is, no matter what the doctor says, if the coach says okay, I'm sorry, if the doctor passes him and the coach says okay because of that, he's going to end up the bad guy. Oh, he put him in too early. So, it's a whole game. And a lot of times, unfortunately, the media drives decisions. I'm just hoping Joe Judge is above that. Because if the doctor's clear the guy to play him.
Yeah. Oh, well, we ran into that situation last week with Daniel Jones. He was cleared from concussion protocol, but if I'm the coach and I'm worried about my players, I either don't start him, but if I had to start him, I certainly don't leave him out there in a 38-11 game down to the final buzzer. That's kind of
I
irked
think
me a little
concussions
bit.
are a little different though than leg injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So much tragedy in the NFL surrounding concussions, namely Junior Seau, and the list goes on, right? Warren Moon.
And it's always rough when they get up and they start,
He looked. It was
they
scary.
can't walk the line,
He
basically.
looked like Eli in the first 3 quarters of the playoffs. I'm joking, but it was really scary. It was a shot, man.
Yeah. So and all these guys the rest of the guys with the injuries are going to be uncertain. Some of them are going to be game time decisions and all that good stuff. Not good for your fantasy football team with game time decisions. Last week in our
Shepard has screwed me 3 weeks in a row.
Because he was potentially going to play, maybe, and then no.
Come on, man.
No, wait, you'll see. Once the Giants are out of it and it doesn't matter anymore, he's going to play every game. He's going to have 100. He's going to have like 5 100 reception yard games in a row.
Did you guys do the good, the bad, and the ugly and all that good stuff?
No, we leave that to you.
I was going to say only because Leonard Williams finally can say he did something. that was the good.
That was the good. Well, I mean, it took a safety to get them rolling, and he was all in on that, right?
Him and Aziz Ojulari were responsible for that. And Ojulari had 2.5 sacks, 4 quarterback hurries, 3 or 4 hits.
And so who does he have better stats than?
Oh yeah, we know he has better stats than the entire Redskins defensive line.
Yes, including Mr. Chase Young.
He's fast, that kid Ojulari.
Yes,
he's really rising to the top.
We need that.
Yeah.
We can't beat anybody, and you can't beat anybody. You can't get to the quarterback. Can't get a safety in the end zone.
Giants need a pass rusher. We've always had one. When we're good, we
always
have one or minimum one, at least 2 or 3 when we're good. Yep. That's when the Giants win.
And it's all like with all these teams, no matter who you're rooting for, there's always that historic sense of when that team is good, this is why. And Rodriguez, you nailed it on the head there. As far as our picks from last week, 10-3 for me, 9-4, Tim, David, and Keith, and a line, 8-5 for you, Rodriguez. So for us on this show, me and Timmy are tied. Rodriguez are tied. Wow, 3-way tie between us. Keith is 5 games out. So there's still plenty of opportunity for this to.
Yeah,
to
I've had a miserable start to my picks this year.
Real quick, who'd you guys talk about getting traded? I'm sorry, people watching. I was late. I apologize.
We did talk about Evan Ingram and the fact that he has still not been able to get out there and did I say that he practiced? He did limitedly in a limited capacity.
I literally heard about not too long ago that the Saints are actually in on him too now.
He's going to be good. Watch.
The Chiefs, the Chiefs are thinking about it also.
And somebody might be looking at Will Hernandez, which is like, goodbye, kick you out.
Yeah.
I don't care what you give me for him. We'll kick him out the door. That's not a problem.
If we can get a taker for Soldier, maybe Gettleman gets another year. I'm kidding. Don't send me hate mail. Don't send me hate emails. Nothing. I kid.
I joke. I kid.
Anything else that you guys want to bring up from the game against the Panthers?
Pettis was good. He took advantage. 5 for 5, 5 targets, 5 catches, and he threw the pass to Jones.
Yes.
Bradbury actually made a good play for the first time all year.
Yeah, he's had a rough. As great as he was last year, he's had a not so.
That was zone
mediocre
coverage too, and that wasn't his zone. He said he read the quarterback. That's how he got. I mean, then so you know what? Good for him.
We need more of those.
Yeah, and Will Hernandez and Billy Price gave up 2.5 sacks each or some shit, something like that. So they gotta go. The offensive line is just horrendous.
Thank God for Darnold. That's all I say. Thank God for the yips. Came back to the
Timmy, that's why I'm wearing the Ghostbuster shirt.
Out.
He was out there seeing ghosts at the Meadowlands again.
green little ghosts running around.
that's basically what
he thought he was wearing
green.
Yeah.
And then he had the issue last week because he was seeing the green jerseys against the Eagles. I think it was.
There you go.
All right, so I don't. For sure.
JTSD.
And don't forget, and Matt Pert, by the way, even though he missed a big block on that screenplay, which really screwed us, he did. What I have it right here somewhere. He did not allow a single pressure in 38 pass blocking snaps, which is fantastic. Run blocking, they were absolutely horrendous as usual, which I don't understand. I don't understand that.
And last year we were better against the run.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just a figment of my imagination, but we were better against the run last year. And I've been, a little bit more concerned with the run than even a tight end catching the ball. Raul, what's up, man? Thanks for joining as always. So let's go ahead and get into our picks. And then on the opposite end of our week 8 picks, we'll come back to the Giants and Chiefs and talk a little bit about that before we let you guys go so we can watch a little Thursday night football here tonight. So that is the very first game. Thursday night football. The Packers at the Cardinals. The Packers
good fucking game.
Do not have their number 1 or number 2 wide receiver. So that's a potential impact there. The Cardinals are a 6-point favorite. Cardinals are undefeated, as you know. But like I said, their 2 top wide receivers are out on the on the COVID list, so they ain't playing. So, Keith, you're making your picks live on air.
So, a good quarterback always makes for good receivers, as long as they know how to catch.
Rodgers is a great quarterback. I don't like where you're going with this.
But I got to take the home team on this one, and the Cardinals. Picking the Cardinals.
Timmy.
Cardinals at home. Shocking. They're going to go shocking 7-8-0. I can't believe they're going to be 8-0 or whatever they are.
It'll be 8-0. 8-0 for the Cardinals if they pull it out. Rodriguez, who you got in this one?
Cards, man.
The Cards. It's in the cards for him.
Who's the running back for the Cardinals? Is it still Emmitt Smith?
Yeah, he does real good job. Real good work out there. All right, next up, as we hit the Sunday slate, just a great, very evenly matched game. The Miami Dolphins head to Buffalo to play the Buffalo Bills, 13.5-point favorite. Do we have to go round robin on this one? No, it's pretty safe to say that Buffalo is going to win this game. All right, moving right along to a more evenly matched game. Doesn't mean it's a good game to enjoy. But you get the Panthers at the Falcons. Atlanta's a 3-point favorite here. And I'll get you started off with this one, Rodriguez. Who you got in this one?
In the battle of mediocrity, I pick the Falcons. They're at home. Give them the nod. I mean, they both suck.
Yeah.
Wow. Who's choking over there? Is that what is
Who's choking?
We're all good.
I'm going for the same reason. I'm going to go with the Falcons. This is 2 mediocre teams that one of which we just whooped up on, one of which we lost to on a final play because that's what got Pitt started. That third down conversion against us was like 3rd and 12 or whatever it is. Tight end, go figure. But I do have the Falcons in this one. Keith.
I'm surprised the Falcons only 3-point favors at home, but I think the difference maker in this game is going to be Sam Darnold. So I'm picking the Falcons.
Very good.
That
logic.
is a wise-
Very good logic.
Wise choice. Timmy, did we get to you on this one?
Falcons. No.
Falcons.
No McCaffrey. No win.
Yeah, it's been a rough go of it since McCaffrey's
Yeah,
been
3
out.
points at home. That's weird. I think I think that's a good bet for you betting people out there. But
They're really
I'm not
mediocre
responsible
people.
for you losing or winning money.
Always put a disclaimer. Always have a disclaimer when you say bet
Yes.
this team.
I should get Fez to write my disclaimers, right, Tim?
I hit on a 7-1 parlay. I had the Colts over the 49ers in San Francisco, and I had the Titans over the Chiefs. Nailed it.
Honestly, I don't even know what that
Finally.
means. I don't gamble at all.
We're gonna
I
have
don't
we're gonna have an intervention for Farachi soon.
You said a 7-way parlay?
7-1 odds. 7-1 odds.
7-1. I don't even know what that
7-2-1.
means.
Yes, you
I
do.
guess. No, I don't. I don't gamble. What do you mean? Pick
7-1 odds with 7-1. You
Well, what's
put
a
up.
parlay? Like parlay?
Shut up, Keith.
No, really, I don't know what that means.
Okay. So, parlay is when you just take multiple bets, and you have to hit on all aspects of the bet. So I can take the Colts separate and get so odds. Then I can take the Titans separate and get so odds. But if I combine the two,
you
it
get
now
better
becomes
odds.
the odds get better. So you can just toss a few bucks on it, and
Okay.
I tossed $5 on it. For all
And
you guys
I-
out there that think I'm truly degenerate and I'm betting thousands of dollars, I wish I had that
Yeah.
disposable income.
If you
But I
had
drew
it,
$5
you
bucks
would be.
and got 35.
When
Yeah,
your
that's-
kids are out of the house and you have an empty nest, you'll have the extra cash to bet thousands. Don't worry.
That's when I become the true
That's the goal.
Producer
Come on, hurry
Joe.
up, kids.
Producer
Gotta
Joe
give
is
people a
the-
lot. Producer Joe's the idol.
Get it.
He said
All right.
Yeah,
He's gonna
that's
start
your
having.
shining light. That's your shining light. Up there. Oh, I want to be that
He's
guy.
gonna start having 5-team parlays with local high school football teams and a golf tournament. It's like, dude, you got to calm down now because that's now you're getting out of hand.
That's a fun thing when you do cross sports. You know, tonight you could take the Knicks and the Cardinals.
Don't talk.
Oh,
about
dog.
the
Sorry, I
Knicks.
don't want to talk about the Knicks.
All right.
Keith, the Knicks are 3-1, baby.
Oh, he's talking about them again.
Wait, you went on mute. You went on mute.
Because I was cursing you out.
Oh, okay.
This is a giant show.
All right, let's get back. Eagles head to Detroit. Now, I said this on the show yesterday. If they're gonna squeak one out, they're gonna eke one of these games out, and this might be the game. But I'm hesitant to do it. Keith, who you got in this one? Do the Lions finally pull one out? They've been playing stuff close. They threw everything at the Rams' kitchen sink, fake punts, onside kicks, 4th and 75 from their own one. They go for it, or they just nothing to lose.
You got to give them an E for effort, but that effort doesn't get a W for win. I don't know. 0-7. I'm picking the Lions. Why? Because something's got to give at some point. To me, the more like the Cardinals, they're 7-0. Eventually, you got to lose or you got to win a game somewhere. So it's the NFL. Although
we
it
have
does
seen
happen,
the Lions go
yeah.
winless.
0-4 and
What was that
all
team
wins.
back in like 07-ish, 08 that they were undefeated like through the whole season? They beaten everybody in the playoffs and then lost in the Super Bowl. What was that team?
I don't remember.
Anybody?
It was a long
Anybody
time ago.
remember?
The Patties, the
Was it the-
Boston Patty
from-
Whackers.
Yeah.
No,
very
I think
similar.
it was that silver helmet team.
They have a
I
guy
can't quite
named
put my finger on it, but
They got some guy
quarterback,
like
right?
tying a
Some guy
shoe
named-
on the helmet.
they tied the shoe.
Yeah, that's
Oh, no,
what-
now
I
they
thought he
have
was.
this,
I
like-
thought he was. I thought he was taking a dump in the forest or something because he's blind.
Maybe,
He's
yeah.
right there.
Yeah. Well, they don't actually wear the helmet anymore, do they? So, yeah, and it's up on We Stomped You Out page. I put it up there. Hysterical moment where the Mannings quarterbacks, not Archie, and Tom Brady were on Monday Night Football, and he goes something. I enjoyed all.
Really
I
enjoyed our games.
Yeah, I didn't. I enjoyed all the games except the games that I played against the Giants, and Eli goes, "I really enjoyed playing those games, Tom."
I don't know. I
good.
love that Peyton and Eli. It's hard to watch if they're not on.
Yep, Raul, 18-1.
Get used to it.
18-1 Giant loss, Raul.
Yeah, I got the denied shirt. All right, let's continue on with this one. Timmy.
Yeah, this is the one. I agree. It could go either way, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions win. But I went with the Eagles at this one just because I'm not betting the fucking Lions again because they screw me so many times. So I'm going to go with the Eagles.
If
Well, no
listen,
offense,
if
Tim,
if the Lions win, they're your new Titans.
Yeah, they will
Oh
be.
my
They'll be
They're
God.
get they're
they'll be
itching
the
there.
Titans. Oh, my arch
Don't
nemesis
bring
just
the
arrived.
Titans up. Good Lord. Don't bring the Titans up.
Terzio,
My arch nemesis
Oh.
just arrived.
Here we
Nemesis,
go.
Rodriguez. Who you got in this one?
Well, statistically, they're not that different. So the Lions can win this, and they're at home. So
Yeah.
I went with the Lions.
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked
Yeah.
at all.
Mhm.
This is a flip for me. Flip it.
I'm only going with the Eagles because I don't
me.
remember the last time I picked the Lions ever to win a game. and I would love nothing more than the Lions to beat the Eagles because Brian Holmes sucks, and I would love to see that happen. And sorry Keith, the Knicks beat the 76ers the other day, and he was furious about that. So let's keep this try. Let's piss off Brian Holmes every week because Brian Holmes sucks.
This is a
all right.
Giant show for Archie.
Who do we cover on the show? All right, fresh off
Knicks.
back-to-back wins against Buffalo and then against the Chiefs. The Titans head to Indianapolis to face an improved Colts team. Mr. Wentz is playing better. I think he might be playing better than he ever did with the Eagles, which also brings a smile on my face. Brian Hump sucks. So with two teams that are improving, they're pointing in the right direction. This could become an interesting matchup. Keith, who you got in this one?
I really don't know. My
must
brain
be a
says
winner.
my brain says the Titans.
Why don't we let
but-
Timmy pick first?
Oh yeah,
You know what? Yeah, let Timmy pick first.
Rodriguez wants to cheat.
No, I'm with you, Rodriguez. Tim, what you got on this one, bud?
I got the Titans
So
Titans.
I'm gonna pick the Colts.
because they're for real. They're for real this year.
I'm taking the Colts.
Okay.
I'm taking
see.
the Colts.
Wow. And so, wait a second. So, maybe you should only point the fingers in a certain direction because Rodriguez sent in his picks
This way. No, this
and
way.
he had the Colts
I already
before
had the
hearing
Colts.
you.
Point him right up there, buddy. All right.
Right there. All right. So, Rodriguez got the Colts. Keith has the Colts. I went with the Titans. I think they're just on a roll. I mean, how do you beat explain this? How do you beat Buffalo and the Chiefs back to back? Also lose to the Jets in the same season. That was more so injuries, but
You're not ready. You're not
But-
ready.
yeah, they had their two top wide receivers out, and the Jets, like you said before, and any given Sunday, one these guys are good for one a year, right? All right. So next up, the largest point spread of the week. The Rams head to Houston, who may or may... Oh, look at Grover. Look at Grover joining us. Is he our celebrity prognosticator of the week?
He is.
What is he doing in his lap? Smiling like that.
I think puppets are the funniest thing ever. I just really
Super
do.
Grover. Remember Super Grover? He had
I
the
love
thing on.
Super Grover.
Super Grover is fantastic.
Super
I got a whole
Grover.
Grover contest going on now. It's great.
He was great.
That's
man.
awesome. All right. Keith is obviously not a fan of Super Grover. He just prefers regular Grover.
This is a Giants show.
I'm blue. I'm blue.
He's
Fine,
blue.
Grover, whatever.
All right. I don't think we have to talk about this one. I'm pretty sure that we'll all go with the Rams here, but I do have to ask Keith.
No, yeah, I'm definitely picking the Titans. Yeah, I got the Rams. Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Texans are not. I mean, if it was a spread, I might think about the Texans if we were playing by the spread. But
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, that's another team. Houston might be able to somehow unload Deshaun Watson. The Dolphins are the only team now that is being spoken about. The Panthers have bowed out. And Timmy, to your point yesterday, Deshaun Watson now comes out and says, "I'll only waive my no trade clause to the Dolphins." Well,
You're the only
one. Welcome to Miami and see what a miserable career you're gonna have.
But what did I say yesterday? And Keith and Rodriguez, you can chime in too. But I said I would not be surprised if the Jets trade for Deshaun Watson a year after trading Darnold.
God.
Never know.
Oh God!
I wouldn't be surprised.
And now Tua is being rumored out there. That I mean, you got a guy out there that's been there for a year and a half or so, and they're already giving up on that. That's even quicker than Daniel Jones.
So if they trade for him or something like that, they should blow up the franchise. Honestly, and I don't hate the Jets, but they got to blow it up. They've lost.
If they were to do something asinine like that, I mean, what's to stop it from getting him? And then a week later, all these cases go to the criminal things get escalated, the civil stuff, 28 different cases. You just gave up everything for complete uncertainty. No team should be even thinking about getting this guy.
They got a new coach. We're talking Jets, right? They got a new coach. They got a new GM. Then you just slow down. You suck. You're not getting better tomorrow with one player, one trade. You suck. So go ahead and just draft and play it right with your new GM. And you got it. It's going to take maybe 3 to 5 years. You get some draft picks in. Then you bring in some trades to fill the gaps and go from there. But the Jets right now, they're nowhere. And their franchise has been a disaster for forever.
And it doesn't get any easier for them this week. As you can see here, that they're 10.5-point underdogs against the Bengals. And the Bengals, man, they went into Baltimore and whooped up on them like I thought the Chargers were going to do the week before. But they went in there and whooped up. But they're another team, similar to the Giants. There's 2 plays in their season that would have them at 7-0. That they lost by 3 to the Bears, and then they had that crazy, insane, everybody missing field goals game against the Packers. Do we have to talk about this? What does Grover think about this? Is this is 5 for 5 for the Bengals?
He says the Bengals all the way, no doubt.
Keith, do you want to disagree with Grover because you don't like him?
Yeah, I had the Bengals. Now I got to go Jets. Yeah, definitely Bengals.
It was a close one.
Yeah, poor Jets. I mean, I would like when the Jets are good because they're annoying and they piss everybody off in the NFC East. It's fun to watch, but they're just not. I'm hoping they settle down with the new GM and coach and just do the right thing.
I'm gonna go with them.
We'll see. All right. Next up, rivalry here. Steelers head to Cleveland to play the Browns. Cleveland 3.5-point favorite. We have no idea who's playing for Cleveland, so this is a tough one to even think through. Is their quarterback going to be ready? Are either one of their running backs going to be ready? They have a third running back that can break off 160 yards that he showed last week. So all that being said, the Steelers look like the healthier team. I'm going to go with the Steelers on the road against Cleveland. They just better skill position players that I know are going to be on the field come Sunday. Watch them all get hurt, COVID this and COVID. I'll jinx the whole damn team. But that's my take on it. Rodriguez, who you got in this one?
You jinxed me, you piece of doo-doo.
Yeah, but they might all be back by Saturday, by
Don't
Friday. I
talk to me
mean,
about nothing. You're a jinx. I told you that day you're jinxing me, and I told you to stop, and you wouldn't stop. You jinx. So I'm picking the Browns, man. I'm picking the Browns. I think they're at home. They're a little bit better in some key stats. So I like the Browns.
okay. Keith, who you got in this one?
So it's a tough one because I think the Browns are younger, more talented at home. I think the Steelers are. I mean, and Steelers have been like my Titans this year. Any way I bet with them, I lose. So I'm a little nervous about this one, but I'm gonna go with the Cleveland Steamers at home. I mean Browns.
The Browns. All right, Timmy.
Yeah.
Too many question marks surrounding the Browns. Who's playing? Who's not? And I'm going to pick the Steelers for this one.
Terzio said.
I reserve the right
wish
to
I
change
could
my
pick
mind at 12:59 on Sunday, though, depending on who's playing.
And what's the point?
Terzio says we should just to throw on some Browns jerseys and get ready to play.
I'll play.
I'll play for the money. Give me the money.
Terzio said I look at Sesame Street. You're damn right I do. How am I supposed to know right from wrong, Terzio, if you don't watch Sesame Street? Get with
It's
the
on
program,
HBO
man.
now, you know?
Get with the program. Right. It's a lot raunchier on HBO.
Watson is also known as Trevor Bauer in a costume for Halloween. That's a good one, Terzio. That's sorry, we don't want to mention Trevor Bauer. This is a Giants show. Giants. All right, so that's it for that. Next up, couple of weird teams here, injury riddled, less talent, and all this crap. 49ers head to Chicago to play the Bears. Rooting interest is absolutely with the 49ers for me because we need the Bears to continue to lose so we can get a nicer pick. And I will go with the 49ers overall here. I think they have slightly better talent. I don't know about either quarterback, to be honest with you, but the running back position pretty equal. But I do think the 49ers can put pressure on the rookie quarterback. This is going to be a 2, 3, 4 point game. It's going to be close, swinging either way. Keith.
Yeah, I'm picking the Niners also. I think they're going to edge it out.
Edge it out. Timmy.
Niners all the way.
The Niners.
I wanted to pick them because that's
I know
my
you
team.
do.
I wanted to, but like Timmy and I talked last week, I gotta go with this. I can't go with this. I'm going with the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
But yeah.
Well, we hope you're wrong. No offense.
I hope so too. My heart says be wrong.
Next up, we get Trevor Lawrence against Geno Smith in just a great battle of quarterbacks. Geno Smith on the other day in that just exciting Monday Night Football 13-10 game. Geno Smith, his first pass was an 84-yard touchdown to DK Metcalf, and then his next 11 passes went for 83 yards. One pass, 84. Next 11 for 83. It's great. And it also put Eli. Timmy, we talked about it yesterday. Eli is a class act and whatnot. But I found it interesting that Eli was commentating on a Geno Smith game and talking about how good of an arm he has and all that stuff when he was the one who upset his streak. Understandably, Geno Smith didn't just say, "All right, Eli, you're sitting. I'm going out there."
It was more the bowl haircut guy that did it.
Yes. But I still really dislike
mustache.
Geno Smith because of it.
You shouldn't.
And he's making Tyler Lockett not even startable in fantasy football. This guy's getting two or three targets a game. All right. All that being said, Jacksonville at Seattle. Seattle's a 3.5-point favorite. Forget about it. If Russell Wilson was playing this game, this would be a 10 or 11-point spread, I think. But it's just not in the cards here. Keith, we'll start with you on this one.
Gotta go Seattle.
Seattle.
Yes, I'm breaking my Geno Smith rule. Unfortunately, this week.
That's the rule. I had another opportunity to bring that damn Joker clip on. That's the rule you have to break. Anyway, I just did it.
Wow, that's it.
Rodriguez.
Geno Smith all the way, man.
Geno, baby.
Geno.
All right. The Patriots, fresh off. Sorry, Terzio. Ass whooping of a year for the Jets. 54. What was the final score? 54-13 or something like that. Patriots is going to be a much different matchup. This is the Chargers coming off that loss, that really disappointing loss against Baltimore. They have their bye week. Let's see what their coaching staff has put together. You got a couple weeks to prepare for the Patriots and their defense. So Rodriguez, we'll start with you on this one. Patriots, 5.5 points.
I think I went Chargers.
You sure
I think
did.
I picked Chargers. They're better. They're better, and the Patriots are home. They don't have Tom Brady.
Mhm.
I mean, beating up on the Jets, big whoop. Everybody wants to beat up on the Jets, and especially Belichick wants to beat up on the
Mhm.
Jets because him and Brady hate them. So yeah, Chargers. I wasn't impressed.
Sergio says Geno Smith, the man, the myth, the legend, the king of kings, also
Oh
a
my
former
God.
Jet. Yes, don't remind us
Yeah,
about him being a
yeah,
former
we
Jet.
know, Gino. That's the problem.
Timmy.
Yeah, Chargers. Patriots haven't beaten a veteran quarterback so far this year. They've only beat rookies, and this guy's gonna whoop up on them, I think. So Chargers all the way, especially at
A
home.
whooping.
Yeah, no,
By the way,
definitely.
this is the Miami Dolphins reminder that they chose Tua over Herbert. Keith, who you got in this one?
Uh, it was tougher call than I thought it would be. I went with the Chargers, but I just Chargers somehow disappoint when they're supposed to win too. And just a quick disclaimer: if Geno Smith owes anybody in the locker room money, I renounce my pick of Seattle. Just saying.
He might get punched in the jaws.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Again.
All right, I have the Chargers also. I just they're the better team. They're at home. The Patriots used up all their points last week. I'm going to go that route. Washington football team. The team that came in this year. Oh, watch out for this defense. Giving up 32 points a game. They head to Denver. Denver's a 3-point favorite in this one. And Denver, since beating the Giants, the Jacksonville Jags, and the Jets, have lost 4 straight games. I really wanted them to pull it out against the Browns last week. Not meant to be. Keith, we'll get it started with you on this one. This was an evenly matched, shitty game.
Yeah, a lot of these games this week, I feel that way. It's like
Last week was even worse.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, like, who the hell do you pick? Washington or Broncos? And I always got a default on that and just go back to home team. I do think that the Broncos defense will probably prevail in this case, especially since they're home. So, Broncos.
Yeah, and then the Washington's playing. Their running back is playing with a broken shin.
Yeah.
So that's never a pleasant thing. Heineke, this is not a terrorizing offense. Timmy.
Yeah, I was waffling over this one yesterday for a while, but I ended up going with the Broncos at home because they have a better defense, and I don't give a shit about Heineke, and I couldn't name one of their receivers, so the hell with them. Broncos, baby.
All right.
Defense.
Rodriguez.
Very great defense. Very good defense. Broncos at home.
1,000%. All right. The final Sunday game, Tampa at New Orleans. This should be a good one. The Bucks. I'm sorry. The Bucks are a 5-point favorite here. Tom Brady just keeps on trucking. I was telling Tim yesterday. It's some of us aches and pains, and then you look up on the TV screen, and you got Tom Brady, 44 years old, slinging it across the field, throwing touchdown passes, losing his 600th touchdown football. What did you guys think about that? I don't know if you did you get a chance to see that part. So Mike Evans catches his Tom Brady's 600th touchdown pass and proceeds to give it away to a fan in the crowd. And when they came over to tell him, you'll see if you watch the highlight, he's sitting, happy. I just scored a touchdown, interacted with the fans, and then he looks up and he mouths the words, "I gave away the ball." Wow. So what did he get, Tim? The fan gave the ball up first before getting anything back. Big mistake, right, Timmy?
Dumb.
Well, the guy did say you'll be. I'm sure he said you'll be rewarded with something.
Yeah.
There's no way the Tom Brady was going to let that happen. But yeah, he got $1,000 in the team shop. Brady gave him
couple signed jerseys.
Couple jerseys.
I wouldn't have given it up.
No, I told him yesterday I would have ran out the goddamn stadium.
For $1,000, I'm giving up Tom Brady's 600 touchdown.
Oh no, he got a lot more. He got
jerseys, cleats.
That Bitcoin shit. I think Tom Brady gave him a couple $1,000 in that. And I think he's going to another game or something like that, the VIP box or some bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Super Bowl tickets is what I need.
This is breaking news. Brady told the guy, "I'll give you Terzio's ex-wife's pictures for the football." and that's what made him give it up.
Ba-dum-bum. Frank Terzio is the fucking Rodney Dangerfield of pop culture pros.
I wonder who his doctor is. Is it Vinny Boombots?
That's it. Vinny Boombots.
All right. Yeah, I would assume he does. I would assume he does drink Heineken, and there's marketing somewhere in there, guys. This guy should get some type of marketing out there. Get a commercial too. I mean, Taylor Heineke drinking a Heineken. Come on.
Is there any truth behind that? That ball is valued at approximately 500,000.
If Raul says it, I believe it.
Yep, that's right.
It
Raul.
was. It was.
Absolutely.
They should do a commercial with the guy giving away like one of a kind, different stuff to people, giving it back or whatever, and then at the end just doing something even stupider.
$500,000, guys.
If Evans wasn't so stupid, nobody'd be paying anybody anything. But Evans was so stupid and gave the ball away.
Now
it's costing the Bucks money. It's costing Brady money. It's costing everybody money now.
But he had 3 touchdowns, I think, that game.
He gave them all away. He gave them all away.
Yeah. Oh, that's why he forgot. I think he gives them all away all the time. So he was just like, here you go. All right. So, did we talk? No, we haven't done any picks for this one. Rodriguez, who you got? Bucks, Saints. Bucks are a 5-point favorite here, and they have Tom Brady.
I think I picked the Bucks, right? I think I went with the Bucks.
Yes, you did. Oh, Jameis Winston's got a chance to embarrass his old team. Not
gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. All right, Keith.
I like
Bucks
Jameis Winston. Don't want him on my team, but I like. He's entertaining to watch.
You like those who steal crab legs from Publix?
No. I like watching him play football.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Rodriguez already looking at me, judging me like, how dare you bring that up? I felt the judgy eyes there, Rodriguez.
Bucks are just a better team. And
wait till your son's 20.
Picking the Bucks.
All right, you got the Bucks.
How judgmental you are then.
Teme.
Real quick, because it's Halloween, I gotta tell you my father's favorite joke because it makes no sense.
Oh, yeah.
It's so stupid, but it has something to do with the game though.
Keith will enjoy it.
Lady opens the door. She says, "Oh look, you're dressed as a pirate. Where's all your Buccaneers?" She goes, "Under my bucking hat." That's it. Let me tell you something. You tell my father that joke, he would laugh for 30 minutes straight.
This is a giant show, Tim.
Under your bucking hat. and I picked the Buccaneers because of the joke. I kept it relative.
That is very good. Yeah. No, you did.
It's a fucking giant show.
The Buccaneers.
I too. Did I go with the Bucks? I did go with the Bucks. I have the Bucks here. I just think there's just too much talent. I don't think I have to explain too much more. There. Sunday night football. The Cowboys of Dallas head to Minnesota to play the Vikings. The Vikings coming off their bye week. Dallas coming off their bye week. So it's a couple of fresh teams up in Minnesota. 2.5-point favorites only for Dallas. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher than that. But that's what it's looking like right now. Keith, who you got in this one?
Dallas. I'm picking Dallas on a giant show.
It's a giant show, Keith.
Traitor.
It's a giant show. Yeah, just like he's a Braves fan. Rodriguez?
And a Dolphin fan. I pick the Vikings. I went with the Vikings, I think.
Yes, you did.
That's a low blow right there.
I know, right? I apologize. That was below the belt. Calling you.
The Dolphin part.
I'm just gonna back out slowly because I don't want to get involved.
Timmy.
Yeah, I like the Arlington Cowgirls. Unfortunately,
Arlington. That's it. All right, and Keith whispered his pick, whispering sweet nothings.
Is Emmitt Smith still on the Cowboys?
Emmitt Smith, yeah.
He's on the
Cardinals.
He's good. Yeah. He just got traded. He just got traded back to the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
All right, so I have the Cowboys also. I didn't want to say it, but I do. Dak did say that he will not push it with his
he better
with his
push it.
calf
He
injury.
better push it
with
real
his
good.
vagina.
Push it.
Sorry.
Don't
I
push
can
it
afford
with
the
your
Cornelius.
vagina, Zach.
It's a Giant
Zach.
show, Keith.
It's not a salt and pepper show.
It's salt and pepper on top. All right, let's talk about our game. Giants head to Kansas City to play the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. National audience to see us in all of our glory. The Chiefs are a 10-point favorite here. They scored 3 points last week. I assure you they will not do that again this week. Even though the Giants defense is playing a little bit better, this is going to be an insane game. I think this is a game where you get Pat Mahomes throwing for 420 yards, 5 touchdowns.
420.
I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, I wonder why.
So I think it's what they call in the business a get right game. I think for this team. Now I do think that the Giants can score. I just don't think that they can keep up with the team. So we'll head Timmy. Let's start. We haven't started with you. We'll start with you on this one. Giants at the Chiefs, Monday Night Football. That doesn't do anything to help help the case for the Giants, but they're a 10-point underdog here. Who you got? And this is the game that we do the scores on.
Oh, I've been talking about how not to consider the Chiefs elite anymore, how not to worship them anymore, how not to fear them anymore, but they are still better than the Giants, unfortunately. And like I said, this is going to be that. This is going to be that game where they, like you said, get shit right, and unfortunately, it's going to be at our expense. It's going to be at our expense. But no, there's no but. I'm only joking. I like Kansas City 34-17. I think we'll get 17 points on because they're just a shit defense. But 34-17.
That's not saying much about our offense.
No.
Shit defense, and we're gonna get out there and we're gonna put up 17 against them.
Exactly.
But it really depends on the wide receivers. If they're all back, then Jones has his weapons, and I think they'll score some more points. But 17 sounds about right with who we know is going to be playing. Keith?
I think it's going to be a little closer. I think it's going to be 27-17, and I'm picking the Chiefs. This is one of those – Giants are hard to call this year, but it's one of those games you can see the Giants come back, defense warming, and they pull it out, but not likely. So 27-17 Chiefs.
Raul, you giving us a push here. 27-17 Chiefs.
Look at that.
Says Raul.
Raul, me and you on the same wavelength here.
Mr. Rodriguez. Giants, Chiefs, 10-point favorites for the Chiefs.
I'm going with hope that the Giants injury report gets a little bit better by Sunday. So I'm going with the Giants, actually. Because
right now it's clear as mud.
Yeah, it's clear as mud. So, but maybe Barkley does play. Maybe a couple of guys. Maybe Evan. That Fragile shows up.
Evans.
Fragile. You got Daniel Jones. Kind of makes me a believer in the team. He makes me a believer. I think they can win. The Chiefs defense sucks. I'm going with the Giants, but it's gonna be a lucky 34-30 win for the Giants.
Wow.
They're gonna have to do that.
I'll be happy if they score 34 points. I'll be happy.
They will. The Chiefs will be buried if that. The Chiefs will be buried because there are some experts that are burying the Chiefs now. Like there's some guys think that they won't even make the playoffs anymore, which is.
I'm not burying them, but I think the Giants are on a nice little upswing. Maybe they could take that with them. Maybe they could take that momentum with them and beat up on the Chiefs a little bit. Why not?
Terzio. I think the Giants have a better chance of winning the coin toss than winning the football game. Yeah, I mean, that's 50-50.
That's a great chance. That's actually a really good chance. But Terzio, Jets. And let's just leave it at that.
58. 54
let's just say
points.
Jets. And I like you, Terzio.
Not to be an asshole, but I'm just going to say that it's 50-50, both the game and the coin toss.
Well, yeah.
It's 50-50. You win or you lose. 50-50, Sergio.
Or tie. Which I'll take a tie against Chiefs.
Orange Jets world, get rid of your number one pick, get another number one pick, get rid of your number one pick, trade him for a guy who's going to jail.
All right, yeah. So I'm going on the side here that the Giants injury report will look a little bit better because they have the extra day. I'm not saying that Barkley will be out there, but I think Booker will do just fine against the Chiefs defense. I'm more concerned about the wide receivers and Daniel Jones having the weapons because he's got the weapons. He's got his right arm and his two legs that he uses to move the ball down the field. Yeah.
If Shepard plays, Daniel Jones becomes much more dangerous.
Yes. And if the other jerks that always dropping the balls play and they catch the balls.
Hey, Slayton actually had a good week last week. He actually caught a couple passes.
Doesn't he have like the worst receivers and drops and stuff like that? Daniel Jones like fourth in the league or something with drops.
That definitely feels that. I mean,
something like that.
If Slayton would have just caught that ball, then who cares about an offsides that gets called? You don't even worry about that against Washington. Wow. Anyway, I have a very high scoring game for both sides here, and this is if the Giants are healthy. I really want to see Tony get out in there and play because he's exciting as shit out there. So I'd love to see him come back, and I think imagine that game. You might be, and I'm stretching here, but you might see Tony play a game, and they have a guy on the other sideline who could be very similar if everything breaks his way. I have 42-31 Chiefs. I have a very high scoring game, 42-31. I think Jones throws a couple of touchdowns. They use some trickery. They use some reverses and they options and whatnot. All that good stuff. Because you got to break out the kitchen sink against the Chiefs when you're not the Titans or the Buffalo Bills.
Well, the scary part is we have nobody that can cover Tyreek Hill. Nobody.
No, nobody in the NFL, I think.
But still,
take him out.
But people find ways to, they said the Bucs laid down the game plan in the Super Bowl. That's why they're losing this year. Yep. We got to follow the game plan like everybody else. You got to take Tyreek Hill out of the game. You got to take Travis Kelce out of the game. You take them two out of the game, and Patrick Mahomes will look more like, I don't know. I was going to say somebody really bad, but I don't know anybody really bad. But someone who doesn't make a lot more mistakes than he should be making in a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Gino.
Every Jets quarterback since Flash Gordon. How about that?
Wow. Sergio says, "What's better, Bob Backlund winning the WWE championship or the Giants win on a Monday Night Football game?"
I think it's
Monday Night Football game.
I think it's time for you to go to sleep.
And Terzio, if you're gonna say this, we have to expand it. 3 teams. Who has a better record at the end of the year? Houston, the Giants, or the Jets? You got to talk about maybe the Dolphins in there, Jacksonville. There's a lot of not so good teams out there this year. Washington, eliminate the whole NFC East. Philly.
Well, those 3, I take the Giants though.
Got to.
Not just because I'm a fan, just I think they have the better quarterback.
And because it's a Giants show.
They all suck.
It's a Giants show, Frank.
Oh yeah.
Is this a Giants show?
Gee, man. All right. We've come to the end of our program here, guys. We talked Giants. It was a good time as always. Always much more fun to talk about the Giants coming off a victory, right?
Yeah,
at least it's been rare for us over the last 3 years.
It certainly has. So let's go round robin here, and we'll close this bad boy out. Any closing remarks, Keith? Do you have a Fwakata in you?
I just hope that the Giants protect and keep Danny Jones safe this weekend. And Fwakata Chiefs. I'm not even getting too excited about it. You're just going to get a regular Fwakata. So Fwakata to the Chiefs. I hope you lose, and I hope my pick's wrong, but let's see what happens.
Timmy.
Double team Tyreek Hill. Double team Travis Kelce, get them out of the game immediately. Make Patrick Mahomes throw underhand and backhand and sidearm, then back through his legs, whatever you got to do, because eventually one of them is going to go to us because he ain't that magical. Not anymore. So that's what you got to do to win this game.
But 11 turnovers this year?
It'll be a shock, but it's not too impossible. So that's what you got to do. Do it. Do it.
Raul, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you watching. Take care, buddy. Rodriguez.
Listen, I'm going to go old school on this. Chop block Tyreek Hill. Cut him. Break his knees. Chop block Kelce. Get him out the game. Easy game to win then. We win at least 55-20.
Whoa.
Hurt him. Take him out the game. Beat him up. Do whatever you got to do. But Joe Judge's job is on the line, guys. You got to step up. Otherwise, we're going to lose Joe Judge. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
Let's go Giants, man. We can win this.
Does anybody have Tanya Harding's number? Get some stuff going on.
Dude, all you got to do is call that celebrity hotline thing, and you pay for $100, and she'll run over there and just chop some knees down.
That's worth a victory, right? That's worth a victory on Monday Night Football.
I got 25
Wasn't she like
bucks.
a celebrity deathmatch champion too? As well as
I might remember, and then she boxed. Didn't she box?
She boxed, yeah.
She used to jack people
Who did she
up.
box? Pee Wee Herman? What's going on there?
And the movie was good. I Tanya, very good flick.
Yeah, that's because what's the name was in it? That's
exactly. 21-0. They play football against the Jets. Dress up the 86 Mets. Let them play football against the Jets, and they'll shut them out 21-0.
This
Get
is
out
a
of here,
Giant show.
Giants.
Giant show. Isn't it funny? Speaking of Giant show,
Isn't it funny?
Ballerinas and ice skaters, that nobody mentions Nancy Kerrigan. They only mention Tanya Harding.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Nancy Kerrigan didn't do bad shit.
Rodriguez, why are we talking ice skating? It's a giant show.
All right, that'll do it for us. Big old blue and red ribbon on this bad boy. Continue. If you're playing fantasy tonight, you got those guys that are out for the Packers. Move any of your Thursday night guys out of your flex spots if you have them there, so you have some more maneuverability come Sunday. That's my.
Degenerate gamblers.
It's not that bad. All right. We'll keep you posted in the New York Giants group. Next baseball talk will be on Monday, Terzio. We'll little put in the books come Monday.
Guess who's going to be on that show, Terzio?
Yes. That is that going to be 17 or 18 by then? Jeez. Stay safe. Continue to do the things that you do to protect you and your family with this mess that's going on in this world right now. And until next week, peace out, everybody.